Growing garlic is the absolute simplest thing to do. I got a little enthusiastic last September and I planted my garlic way too early, and now it absolutely looks terrible and it's not going to make a garlic bulb. So I need to fix this little problem. Hi, I'm Sonia with Suburban Gardening, and I'm out here in my raised bed and I'm looking at my garlic and it's looking pretty sad. I'm just going to go ahead and pull some out so you can see it. I actually put the garlic bulbs in the ground in September, and in my area that was way too early. It got really warm, like in the 90s, and the garlic bolted, and now it's not going to make me a little bulb. It's just a mess. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replant this garlic. It's early February. We're going to be getting a lot of very cool weather, and it'll work out great for the garlic bulbs because they need a chilling time so they can stay nice and compact and they can make that nice big bulb that we love to eat so much. What I'm going to be planting today is a garlic bulb that I picked up at the supermarket. Have you ever picked up one of these and maybe left it in the cupboard too long and you notice that little green sprout started coming out of it? It was telling you that it wants to be planted in the garden because that's exactly what this thing does. Now this is called a soft neck garlic. It's very common in the grocery stores, and in my area, which is a mild area, zone 10, it grows perfectly here. So I'm going to pull these little garlic apart, show you what they look like before we put them in the ground, and I'm going to replant my garlic. I have quite a few garlic bulbs here. There must be 15 of them, and I just started with 2 big bulbs. So when you pick these up at the grocery store, make sure they're good and firm. If they feel soft or mushy in any way, they absolutely are no good, and put those back. Those aren't even good to eat. So nice firm bulbs is exactly what you're looking for. When I pulled the garlic bulbs apart, I left the paper on the garlic bulb. That's kind of a little protection when you put it down into the soil, so you don't have to worry about pulling all the little paper off. And when you plant the garlic bulb, the flat side is on the bottom, that's where the roots are going to come out, and the pointed side is on the top. That's where the garlic leaves are going to form. It's really great that we don't have to pull all the paper off when we're planting the garlic. This paper actually has a little bit of a barrier, so it keeps the garlic protected. But as I'm pulling it apart, can you see that little green stem on there? This thing is ready to make a garlic bulb for me. And just one more time, I want to give you a really quick look. This is one that I actually had in the garden, and it's already growing roots. 4 days, that's just 4 days of growth right there. So pretty much I just need to finish pulling these apart. It actually smells really good. Yep, I'm just gonna leave them just like that, and that's how I'm gonna plant them. Now here, I'm going to just dig a trench. A nice 2-inch trench. And of course we have to have fertilizer. Garlic takes a lot of fertilizer. Flat side down, pointy side up, and I am just going to squish those down into the ground. I'm going to put them about 2 inches apart. This one I'm going to be a little more careful with because he's got some roots already. I don't want to break off those roots. Right here. Do as many rows as you like. Another thing I like to do with my garlic cloves is I like to push down a few garlic cloves in a few of the pots that I have around my house. Garlic is a great deterrent for all different kinds of bugs. So when you put them in there, it does help. The smell helps to keep the bugs away from your plants. You might give it a try, who knows? You might get a garlic bulb and keep the bugs away from your plants as well. Garlic does not like to be in a wet soil, but they definitely need moisture. It's kind of funny how garlic seems like such a drought type of a plant when it needs a lot of nutrition, it needs a good amount of water, it does not like to get dried out, and it needs a lot of sunshine. So if you provide those type of places in your garden, it is going to grow for you beautifully. I hope you guys could see how so simple that was. I picked up a clove of garlic at the grocery store, and lo and behold, I could take it apart and put it in the ground. And you could see how one of them had already started sprouting. So they're getting ready to come up pretty soon. Just remember, garlic is easy if you remember when to plant it. September is the perfect time, and we'll be harvesting around July. Well, there's always more to talk about in the garden, but I hope you found that helpful. So thanks for stopping by, you guys, and I'll see you next time. I wanted to bring you guys in close so you can see what the garlic looks like. I only planted this about 8-9 days ago, and because I planted it at the right time of the year, it just completely took off. You can see it's absolutely upright. It looks really strong. It's growing very, very nicely. Consider if we'd have grown this from a seed. It takes a seed almost a year to even begin to start forming a bulb. So planting the supermarket garlic, each bulb down into the ground like this, really speeds up the process. Harvest time should be somewhere around July, probably late July. We'll check back then and see how it's going.